Y'all thought I forgot about this gauntlet? I don't think so. I don't think so. Today we're going to be looking at the Shura gauntlet in Sekiro. I've been meaning to go back and do this for a solid minute, so finally went back, beat Demon of Hatred on here, and then I said, okay, now it's time to do the gauntlet, but knowing that Inner Father is after him, we're definitely cheesing him. Don't expect some insane breakdown of Demon of Hatred. Besides, I'm sure there's many people that have fought him way more times than me that can explain his battle better. So starting the gauntlet with Emma, the Gentle Blade, she's pretty easy. I mean, you can get her to throw the basic, her basic combinations of attacks. So, you know, she's got one that's kind of easy to deflect, which you'll see me try and get by just hitting her once. You know, same kind of thing that you do with Ishin in like his first phase. You just like get her to throw that attack right there, that little low blade. Every now and again she'll do the Ishin special, that little cross right there. But I know in the beginning when you're facing her, she's got this attack, that combination, and she's got an attack where she throws two swings instead of one, and that can be tricky when you're kind of just going back and forth with her initial swings, with her first attacks, if that makes any sense. So like here, I'm trying to get that attack out. Here we go, and then okay. So it's either she ends it with the combination like that, or you'll see her bring her blade over to the opposite side, and when she does, she'll throw two swings instead of one, and it can be tricky. But when you expect it coming, she's very easy. So now that you've taken in the view and beaten Emma, you gotta move on. You gotta move on. So next on the chopping block, you have to take out Oshina, but he is, in my opinion, this one is the easiest of the Ishins that you have to face. You know, I don't think his like flame like sweeps or whatever, like his flame moves in his second phase are that tough. And you can really fight him the same exact way that you fight the first Ishin, at least in the first phase right here. You know, you just wanna get him to throw those swings, just like you normally would. Here's the only here's really the only attack that I consider dangerous from him. When he resets, like back to his normal set of attacks, or when you see him like reset his like position, he's kind of more inclined to like slip your blade and throw like a sweep attack, and it doesn't have like a red charm behind it or anything, but it does come pretty quick, and you see me get hit by it several times throughout this fight. You'll definitely see it. But yeah, you just want to fight him the same way that you normally would, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean right there. When he kind of like backs up to reset like that, if you go to attack him right off the rip like that, he's just inclined to dodge it and throw that little sweep. And it hit me a bunch of times throughout this fight for sure. That's the third time right there that I got hit by that same attack doing this fight, because I wasn't expecting it at first. I really wasn't. I wasn't expecting. Here it comes again. Now I'm expecting it. Now I blocked it that time. That's really what you got to do with most of these bosses. Like if they hit you with the same attack, you really just have to figure out when that attack comes and kind of set that to be the primary attack, because you could see that I really wasn't taking that much damage other than those attacks like consistently. So for his second phase, I don't like to play it at a range, because I don't want him like coming to charge the fire and then I have to dodge like the fire and him coming at me. Like, I'm not trying to do that. So I usually just get behind him whenever he does anything like that, and you usually have a pretty ample amount of time to do it. So yeah, just get behind him. He won't touch you. Get some hits in. Get behind him. Get some hits in. See that now? By now it's like I want him to dodge it, just so I could get the extra posture off of me parrying it. It's just another tool under the belt now. Now you know another thing that you can parry. And that's exactly what you want. That is exactly what you want. Whenever you fight Ishin, literally that's exactly whatever you want in the first phase of any of the Ishins. That's the perfect example of what I try and get every single time. Sometimes I'll throw special moves in between, but you just go back to trying to get that out of him. Because you can see that once you can basically get that rhythm down and do that shit forever, he can't. He can't. So, next, of course, is Demon of Hatred. Had some trouble fighting him the first time. So, honestly, he beat my ass for a good minute. I could not get past him for some reason. I mean, it could be because he's very sporadic and hits like a truck, but, I mean, who knows, really. So, naturally, I cheese him. At least, definitely cheese him for this. I mean, you've got Inner Owl to fight after this, and if you're not good at fighting Inner Owl, he's going to be kind of a bitch, or, I mean, you just don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. You don't want to die a Demon of Hatred, because you don't want to cheese him, okay? You want that Shura form. That's what you want. So from here, you're just going to miss the jump every single time until you contemplate if fighting the boss is actually easier than making this jump. And then you'll calmly put yourself on the rooftop, collect your thoughts, and make the jump. So here, bear witness to one of the more hilarious cheeses in Souls-like From Software games as you watch one of the more harder bosses cast themselves off into the abyss in frustration. Goodbye, sir. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, my fight with Inner Father. He was easy. Man, you could just interrupt this guy's attacks all day if you want to. Be aggressive. Be ready to deflect. But ultimately, he is pretty fucking easy, guys. Just be aggressive. That's really the attack that you're gonna be wanting to look out for. Is when the feathers come up and he goes for that double swing. But at the same time, you could interrupt this guy's attacks all day long, guys. Like, he's not as hard as it seems, and it's not because I'm decent at this or whatever, but you can interrupt his attacks all the time. See, I could have hit him out of that shit too, but instead I waited for him to come back to throw the firework. So just like that, his first phase is gone. Get some hits in, fuck him. He'll go into the owl, just run away. And now go back to interrupting his attacks. The owl's going to fly around and do a whole lot of nothing. There's that attack again. Interrupt. 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 Interrupt his attacks, guys. Be aggressive. You know, watch for an incoming attack that you can parry, like I'm doing there, like right here. I'm just watching him, and then whenever he's doing something different, I still attack because it's likely that you're just going to interrupt one of his attacks. So here we go. I would have kept on attacking if he didn't throw the firework. So now I just run away from that. Now that I can see that he's vulnerable, go back to the attack. I recommend the firework prosthetic for this, just because when he does become vulnerable, odds are by the time you get there, he's going to like be fully recovered. I mean, not that he's like a big threat anyway, but it's nice to get the firework, like a good firework in, followed by an attack before you go back to doing him dirty. And just like that, Inner Father is no more. How many times I heal? So once you've beaten the Shura Gauntlet, you'll be taken back to wherever you started it, of course, which for me was outside of Demon of Hatred. You'll get the Inner Father memory, and you'll get the Shura form. So, hopefully I was able to help out some of you, but of course, I want to see it. I want to see it. So, of course, I put it on, and naturally, I love it. But, the Tengu skin will probably always be my favorite, just because I love the mask, I love the shirtless the shirtless vibe. It's just relaxed. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I was able to help some people out with being able to do this, and hopefully you guys like your new Ember look. Odds are I'll probably do the Mortal Severance one soon, but yeah, you guys take care and have a good rest of your day.